You see this now in the expression of Acts chapter 6, verse 5, where you see church koinonia. Word says, and what they said, what the apostles said when they said, hey, here's the deal. And what they said pleased the whole gathering. Let's just camp on that for a minute. There's a problem. Yep, there's a problem. We're no longer perfect. We've got issues. You're absolutely right. Let's deal with them head on. Let's take the character of God and the commitments of God and let's apply them to this problem. Here's what needs to happen. And what does the church do? They say, wow, amen. You've obviously heard from the Lord. Amen. What you said authoritatively as having represented what God has made clear, we not only accept, but we do it joyfully. We're pleased. We're pleased. Not necessarily with the outcome. We're pleased to know that this is of God and that our leaders are actually leading in line with what the Lord has said. And that's what pleases us. Friends, I just say to you, we've got to get outside of our flesh. We've got to get outside of our selfishness, our traditions, and the ways that we want. And we need to become excited about knowing that God is speaking and that God is guiding. And that our joy comes not from being tickled the way we like to be tickled, but being talked to by God himself and given the privilege to be his hands and his feet. This is how and why they can go and stand no matter what. Because their want to is in line with worship. Their walk and their witness come from not their own wants, but from worship. This is what we see. See, the church problems back then and now, they give us an opportunity to show our faith. That we get to say, I trust the Lord. I know that this may not be how I would have done it, but I know he's speaking. I've seen his fingerprints. I've heard his voice. He's made it very clear that he's involved. I'm going to demonstrate faith by walking by faith. And when people say, but how? I say, well, the Lord's going to make a way. But why? Because the Lord said so. But what about I no longer care about my fill in the blank. I'm a surrendered foot soldier for Jesus. I'm a disciple. I take that seriously. I'm a fully devoted follower of Christ. I'm his. And my joy comes from that. I'm his. See, but didn't you just say being his might get you flogged? Yep. But I'll rejoice for being counted worthy if that's the case. This is the biblical church, friends.